Hello, A's faithful. Welcome back to the channel for some more Oakland A's franchise. Now, a little bit shorter of an episode, as you can tell by the time. We are going to be looking at the 2025 draft. Yes, we are already here. Draft time, very exciting, a lot of potential. Going back to what we looked at last year, you could do that by going to this nifty little menu under the manage bar, and then you go to transactions and roster history. Something I don't see a lot of franchise players use, but has a lot of information more than what you think of. How long has this player been here? When did you acquire this player? What team did you get this player from? Well, baby, this thing has it all. When you got him from, you think about it, where did this player come from? This little chart is going to tell you. So going back to last year in our draft, we drafted some pretty good players. We got Mark Hill, who's probably not going to see the light of Major League Day. Juan Rodriguez, a potentially fantastic future DH, as you can see, hitting 356 in Double A. Charles Delahanty, starter. Will Thomas, a closer. Steven Miller, a reliever. And, of course, our number one pick was Pedro Diaz, a closer. Yes, we went crazy. We went closer for our number one pick in the draft last year. I think he's going to be really good. I'll have a little spotlight on him coming up a little down the road. Regardless, though, a lot of pitchers. We went real pitcher heavy in the draft, and you could even argue we went pitcher heavy in the draft last year. But we ain't going to talk about that. We're going to talk about the 2025 draft. Let's go ahead. Let's hop in here. I don't know where we're picking. Good, we have a pitcher back. I'll worry about that in a second. Here we go. 2025 draft underway. We are picking ninth. Not exactly where I want to be, but let's see what we can look for here. I already see two players that I wanted that got picked. Who is available? Now, we're looking for, I'll be honest, this chart on the right, that I'm kind of covering up with my mug, I don't really believe it's accurate. Maybe we're deep in some places, maybe we're thin in some places, but I don't really find it accurate in some ways. So it looks like all the blue chip prospects are gone, which is unfortunate. Scouting wise, there was only 7. Now we have some valid options. There's a nice pitcher in Benny Yamato we could look at, or we could go ahead and knock out our potential outfield issue. This Bennett Franco guy from Missouri looks good. I'm going to be cutting out a lot of stuff here because I will be thinking about this. I'll be honest, man, I even like this catcher that we got. If he's here next round, I may go for him. But I'll probably be cutting out some things. So don't be surprised if I just go, because I like to think about these. We want to get some nice quality guys. Obviously, our first pick will be an 80 overall person, like an 80 overall potential player. So let's check out the ones that we've scouted. Jose Quezada, 5'7" from Joyzy. Contact, vision, speed. I wish the fielding was a little better. Johnny Kent won't be ready for a while. That makes me question. At least with Quezada, though. A good third baseman as well. But we could always slide somebody over third base. Do like this cat. He's got good. It looks like he's got good everything. But let's go ahead and stick to our guns here. We want a center fielder. I didn't get to scout this guy, but 25 years old. I'm thinking we're gonna go. Do we go with a 75 overall pick first? Interesting. That's got some pop. Zachary Beard. Jose Quezada. He could still be here. 20 guy. Let's go ahead and choose Jose Quezada as our number. Oh, hold on. Actually, wait a minute. First base is someone else. Okay, so yeah, no 80 overall guys. I like the Cy Walker too. Let's go ahead and choose Jose Quezada from New Jersey. And then we'll go ahead and look and see who's next as we do get a competitive balance round. I have a couple guys that have been picked. All right, so the catcher that we're looking at is still here. There is still a nice starter in Benny Yamato from Japan. Now, we've got plenty of pitchers. It's sometimes just really hard to pass up on players like that. So, Who else could we look at? I mean, I wish that Beard guy. Okay, Zachary Beard is still here. We could go ahead and draft him. I think I may do that. I think we're gonna go after Beard. And maybe if we're lucky, Diego's gonna be pretty old. I don't know. Maybe that's why people aren't choosing him. Oh, Cy Walker is still there too. Scouted him. Great. Maybe not as great as I was thinking. Alta. Great. Yeah, you know what? Wait, let's go Zachary Beard. Let's go ahead and get the Beard guy here. Well, he's gonna be our second pick. Round 2, pick number 3. One of the shortstop I was looking for got picked by the Orioles. Darn you, Orioles. Oreos. Yeah, Oreos. Darn you, Oreos. Let's look at round 2, pick number 3. All right, so our next pick, we're going to take a risk. We're just going to go ahead and take a big old risk here. Let's go ahead and go for the catcher, Eddie Garcia. 20 years old, out of Mexico. About a 4-time ETA, which is fine because we have some nice, solid catchers. Worst case scenario is, you know, he could just be a, what I'm looking for, trade chip. There you go. So we're going to go ahead and draft him. Let's go to round 3. No competitive balance rounds there. Let's see who we're going to pick for round 3. Round 3, after probably a cut will be done here because I went for a while. Let's go ahead and take a look at first baseman Cy Walker, 5'11", out of California. Let's go ahead and draft him. Welcome to the A's, Mr. Walker. Let's move on to round numero 4. Yeah, numero. So let's see who we're going to pick for round 4. All right, so pick number 4. Where, as you can see, we're out of properly accurate scouted players. Let's go with the big starter here, 6'5", 234 from Venezuela, Richie Rodriguez. You know, everything is pretty much going to be a gamble from here on out. So let's go ahead and pick our one picture here for round number 4. 2 more picks to go. Round 5, let's see who's left. All right, for our 6th round, let's go ahead and take a risk on this shortstop, Alfonso Del Villar from the Dominican Republic. Only a 70 potential, but if he's even close, granted he hasn't been scouted, but even if he's close to what these are, this could be a nice little steal for us. But like we said, everything is a risk. Let's take this risk. Round number 6, this should be our final pick, I believe. It is going to be our final pick. Let's see who is left in the final round. All right, and for our last pick here in the 2025 draft, I think we're going to go with the top guy on the list, because why not, right? And that is relief pitcher Javier Ramirez from New York. For pitcher, 6 foot, 194 from New York, an ETA of 2027, so that might help us in the long run. Let's go ahead and draft Mr. Javier. And so that is it. The draft is over. I will post the the first round picks for every team on Twitter. You can follow me on Twitter at JustMrLove. Until then, let's go ahead, take a little gander at our picks and see if we did any good or not. Meh. Okay, so just looking primarily, meh is what I'm going to say to this. So, first off, Jose Quezada, center fielder. He has no fielding, got some killer speed, but to be honest, this guy does not look very good as a first pick. Ouch, that really hurts quite a lot. He's probably going to be in single A for quite some time. Really love that speed, though. Has Zachary Beard. All right, this guy looks a little better. The potential's actually there. He could be a B potential player. It's showing he was a 75 max, so obviously his potential was a B instead of a C. I like this pick. 6'3", definitely a good start in Double-A next year. Eddie Garcia, the catcher, another bust. I don't think we did very good with our draft this year, don't you think? Nothing special to see here at all. I don't think we're probably going to sign this guy. Cy Walker, I like him. I mean, he has some potential. Definitely nice contact, guys. Got some good clutch numbers, almost elite level clutch numbers for a 21-year-old. Hasn't seen any minor league time. So let's see what we can do with Cy Walker. Chances are we are going to sign him. Starting pitcher Richie Rodriguez, only a C potential. So another bust. We'll probably sign him anyway just for some minor league depth. I don't know how he'll do. This is definitely not the draft that we were looking for. Kind of a big ouchie in our way. Shortstop Alfonso Del Villar, not great. We'll go ahead and sign him once again for some depth in case somebody gets hurt. I mean, some good number. I mean, some interesting stats. Not bad fielding. He's got some pretty good speed. Very durable guy. But yeah, looks like we didn't have a good draft at all. Javier Ramirez, nothing here either, man. So unfortunately, it looks like our draft was pretty bust. If it wasn't one thing, it was another. Pretty much Zachary Beard and possibly Cy Walker is the only good we got out of this. But that's just the draft sometimes. So I think we'll review our scouting department in the offseason, make the changes that we need to make. And, well, we'll just have to do better next year. So I'm going to cut this down to make it as short as I can. Thank you guys so much for watching the Oakland A's franchise videos. Appreciate it a lot. Leave a like on the video. Let me know what you think of the picks. Definitely not as good as last year. I'll make sure to tag that video in at the end of this video so you can go back and watch that one. Unfortunately, that one's not going to be cut, so you may have to sit through some awkward pauses. That one. But yeah, appreciate you guys watching. Make sure to like, and we'll see you at the O.co. Got some more prospect previews in the pipe coming up. So it won't be any of these guys for now. Anyway, thank you guys so much. Have a good one. Go A's.